Zion, his transformation. He looks like a different human, which shout out to you, soft pivot. Perk, you really look like a different human. This is my ADD kicking in. You look great.
Appreciate it. I've been working. I've been
Chat GPT told me to tell you that. I'm just kidding. My own eyes. You look great. Why are you questioning that, Rich?
I didn't say anything. I just didn't. Normally the camera adds 10 to 200 pounds. So
shall we check out the video of Zion's
please?
I guess Rich has been living under a rock. He hasn't seen it.
Please, let me see.
This is his media photo from last year and his media photo from today. How are we feeling about Zion Williamson's new look?
I know Ozempic when I see it.
Ooh. Oh my God.
I know Ozempic when I see it. I do.
Wow.
I do. I saw Serena Williams at the Super Bowl this year, and I said Serena looked different. She came out with one of them GLPs. Shout out to Serena. Shout out to Alexis. Alexis are good people. I know Ozempic when I see it. I don't even need these glasses for Ozempic. I can spot Ozempic without these. And I'm not going to say it's Ozempic because I don't want no defamation suits. I'm just going to say I know Ozempic when I see it.
And I know a bullshit take when I see it. See, real talk. See, that's the shit that gotta stop, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to sit up here because you want a hot take, because you want to be funny. You know Ozempic when you see it. No, this Ozempic right here when you see it. A person who doesn't play the game of basketball no more.
Is he allowed to? Are you allowed to do Ozempic if you're a player?
I don't think so, bro. Not unless it's probably prescribed, unless you have diabetes or something to that nature. But here's the problem that I have. I'm glad we ran that clip because it's a perfect example. We've been tearing Zion down, right? And rightfully so. Accountability has to be there. He's done a lot, right? I was one of them. I said that the Pelicans, but the thing that he did that we have to applaud, not only is he in physical shape, he has a different mentality now. He's in a better place mentally. He cleaned house with all the people who was in charge and doing all. He cleaned that out. You know what I'm saying? He's represented by Bill Duffy. Bill Duffy, if you know anything about Bill Duffy, one of the best agents to ever do it, who's going to hold his guys accountable, who's going to tell them the real, tell them the truth. Okay, now you got Joe Dumars, you got Troy Weaver in there, right, in the front office. And I'm going to tell you, see, Troy Weaver is that type because Troy Weaver, it was the reason that I got traded to Oklahoma City, right? Troy Weaver was one of those guys that recruited me when he was at Syracuse during the time I was coming up through high school. So he had he had something for me. You know what I'm saying? Him and Sam Presti, when they made the trade for me. Now, I used to smoke a pack of Black and Milds a day when I was playing, okay? I used to smoke, real talk. Hey, Richard, you know what I'm saying? Allie, I'm opening up here. I used to smoke a pack of Black and Milds every day. You know what I'm saying? And Troy Weaver called me in his office. When I got there, he said, big fella, listen, that ain't it. That ain't it. I need you to cut that out. I need you to get your shit together. Put down the Black and Milds. We getting all the complaints from you because you smoking in your hotel rooms. Get your stuff together. We need you. We're trying to win something here. So I'm bringing that up because Troy Weaver's going to have that type of connection and that type of conversation with Zion that Zion need. See, Zion didn't trust nobody in that organization last year. And no shots at Griff. I like Griff as a person, David Griffin. I like him as a person, but it's just a different type of voice that's around that organization that Zion need, along with the relationship of Bill Duffy. I'm happy. I'm excited to see Zion, and I'm proud of the hard work for him to come back in shape. Should he have been out of shape? No, but he was. He took accountability, and he looks phenomenal right now.
I echo what Perk says about being proud of Zion. I'm proud of any player that wants to maximize his potential. Mm-hmm. I think too often times we were wanting it more for Zion. I think there were people pleading with him. Like, I'm sorry. I don't think you're being overly critical when you're like, hey, we've lived this game. We've seen players from top to bottom, from high school, college, pros. It's like you have a special ability, but there's also a certain level of maintenance that you're going to have to maximize that ability. And it'll be very visible, as with a guy like Luka, if you are not maximizing it. It doesn't mean that you're not good. It doesn't mean when you step on the court you're not averaging 25. Doesn't mean that Luka's not all NBA. Doesn't mean that he's not a future Hall of Famer. But every basketball player, if your body fat for your body type is 10% and you're playing at 16%, you're not the best. You're not the best. You're not the best version of yourself, and we can see it in your performance.
Yeah.
That's where the criticism comes, because it's like, that's changing your diet. That's this, there's these. And it's like, look, everybody has something different. Certain players can eat Allen Iverson or those Kerry Kittles. Those guys can eat anything that they want, but they couldn't build muscle to save their lives. There are some guys that can build muscle, but they got to make sure that they don't get too big, too strong, because they got to stay quick. We all got to make sacrifices within our body types. And so we can see when someone's not doing that. And that's all it was. And it was leading to injuries. It was leading to underperformance. There was off the court issues. So I'm proud of him that he's trying to be the best version of himself, because you can physically see it.
And I think from a big picture scope, the question still does remain. And it's something that, as we were starting this podcast, a prove it mentality that still is with him because of his track record. In terms of when I asked the question, does it feel different this time?
Oh, he's on the clock. He's on the fucking clock. Make no mistake about it. Now, we can give him all the credit in the world, but this year he's going to have to show up and show out and show that he actually wants to be the face, and they could trust him to be the face of this organization. Or I believe that they're going to actually do it this time and move on from him if things don't work out, because it's time. Like it's only so many chances you could give a guy. All right, here you go. We got you a new group in here. We got all right,
because they put talented players in there. They put talent in New Orleans. They had Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, DeJounte Murray,
Trey Murphy.
They were putting talent in. There's talent, there was talent there. So it wasn't like he was in a spot where he was playing by himself and their team wasn't, it's like, no. He had some young horses in there. Maybe probably should have needed a couple more veterans, but it wasn't like there was a lack of talent in New Orleans for these last 3 years at all.
Can you win with him as your best player?
Well, win a
championship.
Well, no, wait. We haven't seen him play in the postseason, like in the championship. This was one of the things. Go back to when they lost in the in-season tournament. He looked heavy, right? Now, this is a guy that's playing, 35 minutes a night. He loses all that weight by the end of the season, right? Mm-hmm. But then he got hurt in the postseason. And the reason why, humbly, is for a lot of athletes, and I won't say him, I won't point at him, I'll say athletes. If you're already working to the damn near red zone during the season, and now you try and lose 20 pounds in the season, and you're playing, that means you're having to do extra, you're pushing your body into the red. And then you get a soft tissue injury at the end of the season because you've been pushing your body instead of taking care of your body, being in a good, consistent shape throughout the season. Now, when you want to push it to the red, that's because of your performance, not because he had no extra juice. That's when the soft tissue injuries, when you do all of those things to try and get back, And
it's crazy. It's crazy because as a guy that went through it, I remember it was me and Big Baby. We got in Boston. We had to weigh in every fucking week, right? We had to weigh in body fat test. And you have to do so much meaning when you're trying to play catch up through the regular season. So that means nighttime at the practice facility getting 30 minutes on the elliptical, right? It means getting there early because you got to do that damn Versa climber, you know what I'm saying? That'll wear your ass out before you go on the floor.